Alright guys, so this is Tuesday. So I thought you got a lot of people complaining. You guys were just complaining for the sake of complaining, but I looked at the quadratic word problems here, and these problems are actually a little bit hard. So I thought I'd show you guys how to do some of these problems. It's all about just finding the vertex. 90% of the problems are either finding the vertex or sometimes you just plug in 0 and see how you would see what you get when you solve it for 0. So like for example, I mean, some of the problems, I get it. They're a little bit harder than usual. So I'm just going to show you some of the problems. So I just hit a problems at random, and this first problem came up. I mean, if you want, I can refresh it, and so you'll believe me that it's random. It's the same problem, right? Whatever. Anyway, so company's main source income. Okay, anyway. Main source of income is selling stocks. I did it with stocks, but blah blah blah. I mean, you guys don't really care. What we care is this. We're given this quadratic and it says what is the maximum profit. So when they talk about maximum minimum, you're looking for the vertex. Just look at this. You guys, hopefully you guys watch enough videos and you guys did enough practice. You guys can do this. A, H, and K. It's same as what am I like absolute value. A and K are the same. H is the opposite. So look at this. P of x equals negative 3 x parentheses x minus 5 close parenthesis square plus 12, right? What's my A, guys? A is always in front of whatever you're looking for. In front of the absolute value of the parentheses. A is negative 3. Hopefully you guys can see the H for this is y. X minus 5, right? That gives you H is 5. Okay. K is the same. It's 12. So what's the maximum profit? Look for the vertex. It's 5 comma 12. 5 comma 12, right? So 5 will be, so what are we looking for? So y value is a profit, and then x value is the time that goes on. They don't really tell you what x and y is, but P stands for profit. So it's going to be $12 million. Let's see. There we go. Okay. And when I hit the next one, you will see it's random. So look at this. Ming, it's kind of weird. Ming throws a stone off the bridge at the river below. Okay. The stone's height. So height, h, x seconds. So x is a time. It's modeled by this, right? How many seconds after being thrown will the stone reach the maximum height? Another maximum height problem. So just all you got to look for. And then A is negative, right? So when A is negative, guys, I should have shown you for the next. So when A is negative, curve is upside down. So like this, look. It makes upside down parabola. Whereas when A is positive, it makes a U shape. Yeah. And then when A is bigger than 1, it makes a skinnier U shape. When A is fraction, like 1 half, 0.25, it makes a wider U shape. That's how parabolas work. So A is negative. So basically, this is what's happening with this problem. Stone's height, you throw the anything. So this resembles the real life. Anything you throw, it makes a parabola shape. If you throw high enough, right? It reaches a certain distance, it goes out. What we're looking for is a vertex. That's what we're doing. So look at this, guys. I mean, that's probably we didn't. I mean, hopefully it helps you visualize. You're throwing a stone. So A again, A is negative, negative 5. H, x minus 1, 1. K is 45. So vertex is 1 comma 45. X represents a time, and H is the height. So how many seconds? So this one. So when will it reach it's not asking for the maximum height. It's asking for how long would it take. It will take, so this represents, it will be 1 second, and after 1 second, the maximum height will be 45 meters, right? So 1 second. That's how you do these kind of problems. Okay, 2 more. Let's see. Okay, this one's slightly different. You're throwing something in the air. So you're throwing something in the air and then you want to see when it hit the ground. So this is something like I wouldn't mind if you get it wrong because I need to be there to kind of show you how it's done. So basically, you throw something, right? Let's see. You throw something. You When you would throw something, it you it starts from a ground level. Throw something, it eventually gets to 0, right? So you want to see how long it takes. So basically, what you're looking for is your x-intercept. So we haven't quite learned how to do it, but when you're looking for x-intercept, if you think about it, are we looking for x-intercept? Or what are we looking? I'm thinking. We're actually looking for, yeah, we are looking for x-intercept because y values are 0. So x-intercept, y values, so like whatever the value is, it's comma 0, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to plug in 0 for y right here, and you're going to solve it. So we haven't quite learned how to do these kind of problems. So again, I'll be very generous creating this type. I want you to learn how to do this. So 0 equals -5. I'm just going to put it in. X minus 4. This is a word pad. Square plus 180, right? So you plug in 0 for y, the height, and you solve for x. Okay, so basically you solve it. What's the first step we should do? Get rid of the 180, right? How would I do that? Minus 180 on both sides. That gives you -180 equals -5 parentheses x minus 4 squared. Okay? So -5 is a coefficient. How would I get rid of that? Divide both sides by -5. What is -180 divided by -5? I know it, but I'll show it. I'm gonna say what it is so you believe me that you know how to do it. It's 36. It is 36. What's this? Let's see. What was I doing here? Get rid of it. I'll just open up a new calculator. I don't know what I was doing. Calculator. Okay. They're both negatives. It comes out positive, so it's alright. Whatever. 36, right? 36 equals -5 parentheses x minus 4 squared. I do not remember if we learned how to do this yet, but when you have, oh wait, the -5 is gone, yeah. So you have to get rid of the square. How do I get rid of it? I do remember no, we haven't covered this. Never mind. So we get rid of the square by square rooting both sides. I think we did cover it. Whatever. If you square both sides, you get 6. So 6 equals x minus 4. Or you split it basically. When you square root a perfect square, it can be -6. I think we did cover this part. Right? Okay. Plus 4 on both sides. 10 equals x, or -2 equals x. Okay? X is time. Okay? X seconds. Can you go -2 seconds? Can you go back in time? No, you can't, right? X cannot be negative. Final answer is x equals 10. I'm just going to plug it in. Okay, I did all this. Maybe I'll use a hint. It's just, I can show you if you get different kind of problem. You can use hint. Use a hint. I don't care. I got it. Okay. Object hits the ground when the height equals 0. Yep, another one. So basically, they're doing what we just did. And the x equals 10, -2. Another one. But the x cannot, yeah, time cannot go backwards, so 10. There we go. Yay. Last one. I feel like they're all the same type of problems. What's the height of the object at the time of the launch? Okay, this kind of problem, so at the time of the launch, that's when x equals 0. So plug in 0 for x, right? So is it the same problem? It's the same problem, exactly. So basically, you're looking for the y value. You're going to plug in 0 for x. 0 for x, sorry. Well, here's the equation. H or y, doesn't matter. Okay. You're going to plug in 0 for x. So plug in 0 for x, but here's what happens. Plug in 0 for x. Y equals -5, parentheses 0 minus 4, -4, quantity square. Okay? And the PEMDAS. You're not going to do negative 5 times negative 4 first. You're going to do negative 4 squared and then times negative 5. So y equals negative 4 squared, 16. So negative 5 times 16 plus 180. Okay? Negative 5 times 16 is negative 80. I'll double check my answer for you. Negative 5. No, does it? How do I do negative signs here? There it is. Negative 5 times 16, negative 80. Negative 80 plus 180. That's, yeah, I think most of you guys can do that mentally. Y equals 100. Height equals 100. That seems little high, but whatever. So this is how you would handle this type of problems. You got it. I got 3 out of 4. I mean, I know how to do all the problems. I just wanted to show you how the hint function works. I care more. You guys can take as many times. You guys can take these problems as many times as you want, until you get the most out of correct. Okay. So I want you to keep going at it, and hopefully you guys will learn. Stay safe, guys.